What happened?
I'm unmuting us and putting us on video.
Hey,
Hey, Scott. I'm trying
Hello.
to promote you to panelist. There you are.
that's good.
Can you, Allison, can you hear us? Okay.
Okay, so
All right, so we wound up, we're gonna move the schedule around a little bit because our city solicitor is in another meeting right now. So we're going to do the executive session at the end. So I guess we're good to open up.
Yeah.
So you got the spreadsheet that I sent you both? Okay. So, when we left last meeting, we had done the consensus scoring exercise and created sort of a prioritized list of what we planned to fund. And my takeaway task was to have our city solicitor do a review of all of the applicants and confirm that all of the folks we planned to fund did qualify, in his opinion, under the MOU for the opioid settlement funds. The document in front of you is that revised prioritized list. And then if you go to the last page of that list with the items that are highlighted in orange, those are the projects that the city solicitor felt did not qualify for funding. And that's what he's gonna be prepared to talk through in the executive session. And that's just done in executive session because it's him giving confidential legal advice. If you, I forget, I'm talking in pages and you're scrolling. But if you scroll through to find the dark blue line based on the $650,000 approximately that we have to allocate this round, everything above the blue line would be funded, with the caveat that if you go to the top line, the project from the Adoptive and Foster Families of Maine, the committee had discussed only funding that project at half to reflect the fact that their proposal included a larger service area than just the city of Bangor. If we did vote today to only fund that at half, you could actually assume one more of the applicants on the list. So we could move the blue line down one applicant and fund the Timberwolves NAC project, but I didn't want to presume that. Go ahead, Scott, sorry.
The ask for the
You are on mute, or I can't hear you.
Did he hear you?
I can hear you guys. Yeah.
Scott, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yeah. Let me see if I can turn it up.
Oh, there you are. We got you.
Voila. So the ask is 25,000 for the foster kid one. The ask for the Timberwolves is 50,000. So if we only funded it half, you're saying we could fund the 50,000 as well?
Yes. Yeah, because I think through the blue line is like 605,000.
Gotcha.
So we don't have enough to fund the Timberwolves project in full there. We could also just partially fund the Timberwolves project, but I think given that there was interest in only funding half of that first project.
And it says here under the Timberwolves that Shelley was interested in partial funding.
Yeah. And so I think really, so I guess what the process will look like from here is, I think there needs to be a final, a motion for a final recommendation to council that gets seconded and formally voted on. And then city staff will prepare the council order that, you know, articulates this recommendation and gets it to council for
Okay.
their consideration.
So in that motion, it should also mention that there's gonna be additional funding to Timberwolf.
Yep.
That should be part of the motion.
Yes. The motion should include funding adoptive and foster families of Maine at half and adding Timberwolves to the recommendation.
And that will move forward to council as the recommendation from this committee. Including everything above the blue line and half of Timberwolf.
Well, if we only fund adoptive foster families at half, we can do all of Timberwolves.
Oh, okay, so it would drop the line down to below Timberwolf.
Yep.
Okay. Does anybody want to make a motion to that effect?
I'll make a motion.
Can we restate it?
I make a motion that we
Fund adoptive families at
fund
half.
adoptive and foster families of Maine at 25,000, half of the ask.
They asked for 25.
They asked for, okay, then 12,500, and that we include Timberwolves NAC at the full 50.
Is there a second?
Yes, I was.
Okay, it's been moved and seconded that starting with adoptive and foster families of Maine at 12.5 down through including Timberwolves at the 50,000 will be funded and all the projects in between. And that is what will be taken to council as a recommendation from this committee. Scott, you got your hand up?
Don't mean to be a broken record, but again, public health is on that list and they already received $540,000 of this money. I do not think it makes sense for them to be receiving more.
So I think we have a motion and a second.
Okay.
If folks agree with that sentiment, they should vote no. And then Scott could make another motion that included the desire to not fund
To
the public.
remote public health.
Yep.
Is that your wish, sir?
I feel like they're two different issues because I have no objection to half funding one and fully funding the other. I really feel like it's a different thing. It's a different conversation, but
Well, but we have to act on the motion in the second. That's
Okay.
why, that's, you know, once it's made.
Okay. So is there any further discussion on this going as the recommendation of this committee to council? If not, we'll take the vote.
Okay, let me just ask a question here. So a no vote will mean that we'll look at the city of Bangor's or Bangor Public Health, right? Then we can talk about removing it. Then we have to vote no on this. Is that right?
The maker of the motion could also withdraw your motion as long as the second agrees with that. And then we're just starting from a clean slate.
So
Did you make that motion
I made the
originally?
motion originally to have fund adoptive and foster family and fully fund Timberwolves. And then I believe you said, or somebody said, I don't, and everything in between.
Okay, so are you willing to withdraw that
Yes,
motion?
I'll withdraw the motion, that motion, and now I'll make another motion.
But hold on, we need to have the second
Okay.
also withdraw.
Okay,
Okay, so the motion that was on the floor has been withdrawn by the maker and the second. So you have a second motion?
I have a second motion that, we, partially fund the adoptive and foster family of Maine, Inc. And fully fund Timberwolves, NAC. And everything in between, with the exception, can I say that? With the exception of Bangor, Public Health and Community Services.
I second that motion.
Okay, it has been moved and seconded. Okay, let's stop now.
Yeah.
That the, that the, recommendation is going to council will include adoptive and foster families of Maine at 12.5. Down through removing, Bangor Public Health and Community Services of, oh my gosh, is that
49.
358?
We need a roll call vote to move that forward.
We haven't started that yet. Just making he made a motion and a second, and just restating the motion, and then we have to vote. But I got stuck on 49,538, and she almost fell on the floor, so I'm not sure what happened.
Or then we have to fully fund Wabanaki Public Health.
I was gonna say, yeah, that was gonna be my comment, that if the vote is, and maybe we take them as separate votes.
Can I make a comment real quick? An observation? One of these is going to fund public health that's going to go towards services to Wabanaki. And the other one is going to go to Wabanaki to basically the same place. Only one is going to Wabanaki and the other is going to public health. Public health already got like 400. You can correct me if that's wrong, but that's my understanding. Public health already got 460 grand, I think, right? Or whatever it was.
550.
550.
Dyslexic, sorry. But yeah, lots of money. So I just think it makes more sense to give Wabanaki money who has not received money than to give public health more money than they've already received so much. And this is not a condemnation of public health. It's just,
Okay, so this is, but we would have to remove
So if the vote,
by motion.
if the vote is in favor of removing public health from the funding, that will free up 50,000 extra dollars, which means we could then fully fund the Wabanaki project.
Public Health.
So we could take it in two separate motions, or if we wanted to try to
Okay.
make it all
We
one.
can make it all one.
Yep.
Okay, so I'm going to withdraw the last motion, second that, Scott.
yeah, I agree.
Okay, and now I'm gonna make another motion that, and the final motion I hold, that, we partially fund adoptive and foster family of Maine at 12.5, that's half to 25 as, that we remove, Bangor Public Health and Community Services completely. That we fully fund Timberwolves NAC, and we fully fund Wabanaki Public Health. And that will use up all the money. And do,
Is there a second to that?
Well, I think he didn't say that we're going to remove the money to public health, which is what we would need to do in order to fund Wabanaki. But yeah, otherwise, yes. Oh, did you? I misheard you. Sorry.
Yeah, he did
Yeah.
say that.
Yeah, then I second that. Yeah, go ahead.
Okay.
Sorry.
The moved and seconded, you've all heard the motion. We should do a roll call because we have people on Zoom.
That's right.
So,
Would you like me to call the roll?
absolutely. Shall I call you Madam Clerk?
Please
Or-
don't. I don't want that job. So committee member party,
yes,
to write your name down because I don't have the thing Lisa has. Chief Hathaway.
No.
Counselor Haas,
Yes.
committee member Knowles,
Yes.
committee member Small,
No.
3 yeses, 2 noes. Motion passes.
So this will be sent forward as the recommendation from this committee to full council. Will that be the next meeting for us or the one after? Might take a little bit to.
It might take a little bit to put together, but I will communicate with the committee so that, you know when it's gonna be heard by council.
I think the question would be that
Oh.
it be relatively soon,
Yeah,
so we can get the funds out the door. Right.
if it does not make it to the 23rd, it would be then immediately next.
Okay. Scott, did you have your hand up?
No, I was just laughing because you said the next one was the one after, and I thought you meant this meeting, and I was like, wait, I thought we were done, but that's not what you were talking about. So
I
I
get the
digress.
impression that you're excited.
But you know what would be nice?
Well, my
Any-
master's program just restarted, so
Yeah. Any members of this committee, when it goes to full council, whatever meeting it is, if any of you could come, that would be nice.
Yeah.
So you
Oh,
will.
yeah, somebody, you guys are gonna shoot out an email, let us know when.
Yeah, absolutely.
Great.
Cool.
So do we need to vote to go into executive session?
Yes, ma'am. Have you got a number? For the executive session?
So they have a link. They have a link in their email for the executive session.
I think, did you mean a citation?
Oh, the citation number. And I'm like, since when did we do it on telephone,
All right,
council?
Madam Clerk. You really do. Would you read this, please, as a member?
We are requesting to go into the executive session, one MSRA, section 12560. That is for consultation with the city solicitor.
Is there a second?
Second,
Roll call.
Roll call.
Member Clark, member Carney,
yes.
Chief Hathaway,
Yes.
Counselor Hawes,
Yes.
Committee Member Knowles,
Yep.
and then Committee Member Small.
Yes.
All right, we're going to exit this Zoom link and use the Zoom link David sent you. And he's gonna help us get in there. Thank
See
you.
you in a minute. Or two.
You want to get out of that Zoom. We need to close that Zoom first.
So